It is a festive Tuesday morning across the country, and from all of us at VOS Studios, we say Eid al-Kabir to all Muslim faithful. Good morning and welcome to Dawn on VOS TV. My name is Osasogie Aibe, and of course this morning I'm joined in the studio by my colleague, Blessing Raji. Good morning, Blessing.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm good. And you?
I'm good. Eid al-Kabir. How are you enjoying the celebrations?
All good.
Yeah.
You're looking good with your hair.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, so this morning, first and foremost, we are going to be reviewing two newspapers. That is the Punch newspaper and, of course, the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Of course, Blessing, let's see what we have on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune this morning.
Okay, so on the front page, that's the major headline here. We have Kano Adamawa Zozo Emirates cancels Salah homage over COVID-19. And right beside the main picture of the day here, court grants bail to 49 arrested Yoruba Nation agitators. And below that, 2 aid workers, 8 others killed in renewed Fulani attacks in Benue State. Then we also have Southwest Attorney General to begin harmonization of laws, courts, judgments. Then right below the picture of the day, pilot survives as Air Force jets crashes in Zamfara after eliminating bandits. Then above the main headline here, we have Ondo settles legal tussle with SEC. Then beside that, securing Northwest is strategic for peace, says CDS. Then Olubadan also said, we did not discuss Makinde insecurity in last council meeting. And above the nameplate here, court stops Zamfara Assembly from removing deputy governor. Then beside that, protest in Benin over ownership of stolen artifacts. Then also wishing people happy Eid al-Kabir celebration. So the story I'd like us to talk about this morning is about the bail of the 49 arrested Yoruba Nation agitators.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Was they granted bail of 300k each. So about this resolution, all this stuff, and we've also heard that Sunday Igboho has also been captured, and let's just hope that all these things won't bring issues across the nation.
Yes.
Yeah, so for the fact, because they were supposed to grant them bail July 5th and they did not grant them that bail, so it's just came in now that they've been granted bail with 300,000 naira bail grant. So
okay,
that's
over
it.
now to the Punch newspaper. The major headline here says Delta variant. Experts warn as FG begins camping for 49,950 core members. And Obi Cubana mixed reactions as CBN fails to enforce anti-money spraying law. Yoruba Nation agitator Sunday Igboho arrested in Cotonou. Ebonyi court remands 3 for allegedly stealing goats. Court orders Ondo Monarch CP to pay 2 million naira to hunters. And this next one says, pray for Buhari. Tinubu urges in Eid message. And COVID-19, Lagos, 7 others records 143 new cases. And of course, the Eid al-Kabir police restrict vehicular movements in Borno State. And also, command probes killing of RCCG pastor, settling Imo couples brawl. Yoruba Nation rally, autopsy faults police claim, says girl was shot. And these and many more are some of the stories that we have on the front page of the Punch newspaper. Yeah, you can actually get a copy, or you could check online for details of this story. So now let's talk about this story here. This headline here it sounds quite trivial, but it's also very serious at the same time. Talking about the one that says Ebonyi court remands 3 for allegedly stealing goods. Okay, so earlier on when I was going through the paper this morning, I actually read the details of the story because it was quite catchy. And basically, the story is that two people allegedly stole two goats valued for 30,000 naira each, and and a cash, and I think a sum of 60,000 naira also. But yeah, they haven't actually been, should I say, tried. They haven't been sentenced because they're still investigating the matter, so it's an ongoing case. And it just draws my attention to the level of, should I say, poverty in the country, because it sounds funny, it sounds like a joke. It's a crime, but people are seriously hungry. You know, actually, in the court of law, they'll say nothing actually justifies crime. Yes, we understand that nothing actually justifies crime. If you do the crime, you do the time. But then let's not forget that a lot of people out there are really hungry, very extremely hungry. Like,
no job.
The way, like, survival is just, it's by the grace of God. Yes, it's by the grace of God. So I don't know, my heart really goes out to those people out there. I really don't know how to say this.
It still boils
down. Put it in words. I really don't know how to put it in words.
No, we know the country is hard, but it still boils down to the fact that you need to be contented with what you have.
What a lot of people do not even have. You have to an extent.
Celebrate the period. Must you celebrate
okay. Funny enough.
Okay, why did they steal that?
Yes, it wasn't attributed to the Salah celebration.
But they did it within the period. So what?
Yeah, it wasn't attributed to. So it maybe it's based on the whole Salah celebration, and you just want to kill goats. Your mates are killing ram or killing cow, and you want to kill goats.
At least, if you don't have money to buy ram, you kill goats. If you can't afford the goat, you buy chicken.
If you can't afford the chicken,
my sister, eat fish. If you can't afford,
fish is even now more expensive.
If you can't afford the fish, buy crayfish.
Yes, basically cut your coat according to your
size. Yes, what's now this you get, and also the fact that there's also one more thing I'd like us to talk about.
Yeah.
It's so easy to arrest these people while the main criminals are out there
exactly
walking freely, and they keep on doing the same thing every time without being arrested. And you keep on saying that these people you have,
there's this saying that goes, they say it's when a poor person
commits a crime,
a local man commits a crime, that's when it becomes a crime. But if it's done by somebody that is of high status, it's not looked at, or basically let it slide.
A crime is still
a crime, no matter how
regardless
little.
Of who.
Yes, no matter how little, even if it's just kuli you're stealing, it's still a crime. So let's try it as much as possible to desist from that. Anyway, this is how we're going to be wrapping up the newspaper review segment. But we are not done with the program yet. The program Dawn on GRS continues. On the next segment, we have a politician, and he's going to be helping us make sense of some of the issues that we are currently facing in the country. Do not go anywhere. Welcome. You're still watching Dawn on VOS TV. My name is Osasogi IBA. Right now, we're going to be talking about some of the issues currently trending in Nigeria, and of course, to help me make sense out of this is Comrade Godwin Irao. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good to have you in the studio this morning.
Bless you. I'm happy to be here for the first time.
Yes, of course. Okay, so sir, let's just dive straight into it. We're going to be talking about some of the agitations that has been ongoing in Nigeria so far. We know of the different agitations from different geopolitical zones, And was it not 2 weeks ago we heard of the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu? And just this morning we have been brought to the fore that Sunday Igboho has been nabbed and he was arrested. He was caught in Cotonou, and the news is that his destination was actually Germany. So I think he was trying to flee the country and he was nabbed. So now let's say all these agitations that we've been having so far in Nigeria, and with the arrest of these two potent, should I say, people from the different sectors of agitation, where do you see this leading us to in the country, as a country? Where is it leading us? What does it portend for the country, all these different agitations?
Well, there's no way it can end well for the country if it continues in this way.
Okay.
And even if Nigerians are docile, it will get to a stage that even the weakest will try to be strong.
Of course.
And the protest against perceived injustice. So it's a very, very dangerous trend. Well, while many will be celebrating the arrest of the leading agitators like Nnamdi Kanu and Sonny Igboho, but we must look beyond their arrest. What are the reasons? Why did they lead the protest they led? Were they just did they just went on rampage without any justification?
Yeah.
Or did they have any public interest at heart before embarking on the protest and whatever? And I will tell you that to a great extent, they had good reason, but they may have vented their anger in some very, very unlawful way, and that disturbed the government and disturbed the public.
Yes.
So while government is trying to prosecute them, then the need for government to address the issues, not with the intention of breaking Nigeria or yielding to their own, but to ensure that there is social justice in the country.
Okay.
That's the way I see it. And then why the injustice, why the agitations here and there. The bitter truth, bitter as it might be, is that there is an ethnic group in this country that believes that Nigeria belongs to them, and then we, the rest of us, are just either squatters or people they have tolerated to live with them.
Yes.
And then the culture of this ethnic group is something that shouldn't be accommodated in this mundane life. You see, how will you feel? You see somebody abducting your brother, your person, taking the person to the bush, and then the next thing you see on the video, you see the same people push-charring your person that they have taken.
Like common
You see the way they even I have problem even in my house slaughtering goats or even chicken. I had problems. So sometimes they will laugh at me. I say, yeah, because of the blood that will come out. You just see, a few days ago I saw when they were beheading some children somewhere on the distance. I just looked at it, I said, what kind of orientation, what kind of upbringing did these people have? And then those who are supposed to tell them that this thing is bad, they don't see anything wrong in it. So that's my concern, and that's why I believe that, yes, arresting of Igboho, it was expected because of the fact that he is being seen as a rebel.
Yes.
But whatever they are going to do to them, the world is looking at them.
Of course.
And then we also believe that the government should withdraw senses from their agitation.
Of course.
What if you now have 20, 30 Sunday Igboho? It is their turn. Now, we have had it in the South,
Yes.
and we may have it again. I remember as soon as President Buhari came to power, was it not even before, this Tompolo was declared wanted. He was in hiding for quite a long time. I also know that Asari Dokumbo has been arrested several times, and so on. So the Benin say that when you hear two persons fighting, one is shouting, "Oh, he has beaten me, don't bite me," and all that.
Yes.
So on. The fight didn't begin with biting.
No, it did not.
It didn't begin with biting. So something happened before the other one, who maybe felt he using fist may not be enough for him to at least withstand the opponent.
Yeah.
Now decided to bite.
Okay. So
So,
now,
be very careful.
okay, thank you so much. Now, the arrest of Sunday Igboho now, do you think it might likely cause an uproar from, let's say, his followers? Because I remember when Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, a lot of people, it circulated, and people were saying that this might probably lead to something else, or maybe they might want to stage a revolution or something like that. Do you see something like that happening with this Sunday Igboho case?
Unfortunately, I don't think so,
Okay.
because there's a wide gap between the level and strength of Sunday Igboho and Nnamdi Kanu.
Yes.
And then the Sunday Igboho had the very low level of support from his people. Even those who were clapping for him when he was doing all that he did, may not have the courage to stand out and say, yes, we are behind him. None of that. In the case of Nnamdi Kanu was funded by majority of Igbos worldwide. And so when he had command, he has full control over majority of the Igbos. That was why he could say, go out, go and kill them, go and do this, and then most of them, you will see people actually going on the street to begin to attack soldiers, attack police and all that. In the case of Sunday Igboho, he didn't, and he cannot have such a strength, because the Yorubas are not as militant as the Igbos. That spirit of Biafra is still very much in the Igbos. And that's that feelings that, oh, Biafra war came because the Igbos were ill-treated in this country. It's still very much there.
Okay.
Besides that, there's hardly any traditional ruler in this country who does not seek one favor or the other from government,
Yes.
especially federal government.
Yes.
And so those of them who are in the hands of federal government, for example, will not want to be seen to be supporting rebellion. And so are the political class. You find always people like Fani Kayode are able to stand out, because for him, he has chosen to align with the rebels all the time. So he's noted for that. But how much do his people take him serious? How serious does the government see him? Those are the problems. So I assure you that the arrest of Sunday Igboho will not lead to any uprising, although there might be some protests here and there for the next few days.
Yeah.
But it will soon subside, because most of them don't have what it takes to carry on, sustain the protest.
The protest. Okay, cool. So all of these agitations now from the different ethnic groups, how do we rationalize all of them to still ensure that we remain in peace and unity as one Nigeria? How do we rationalize all these agitations?
Well, the first thing is for us to pray for the government, that's federal government,
Yes.
that God will take control of their hearts, so that whatever they will do will be seen by all to be fair
Yes.
and just, and not just towing ethnic line.
Yes.
There's a popular saying that there can be no peace where justice is denied.
No.
So for as long as there are perceived injustice, so long shall we have such protests, such agitation, such dissatisfaction. And then we just pray that God will help us. Otherwise, I don't see light at the end of the tunnel concerning this issue of agitations or the feelings of cheating in Nigeria.
Yes. Okay. So let's just for a quick second, let's deviate from the issues of agitation. Let's talk about the cross-carpeting of governors from one party to the other. I think we have seen recently where governors who were actually elected into office through one political party now, moving over to another political party. How would you react to that? I know you're a politician yourself, so
I am.
How would you react to that? Because personally, as a bloody civilian, from my own point of view, I actually think it's not right. So I don't know if there are any stipulations in the law that makes it not right or that makes it a crime or a criminal offense. But I just feel from my own layman's perspective that it's not right. You were elected into office through this party A. Now you're leaving office in party B. It just doesn't make sense. So what do you think of it?
Well, I don't want to dwell so much on the legality or illegality.
Okay.
Because I'm not a lawyer. But
okay.
What I know is that I think Section 68 of the Constitution talks specifically about legislators moving from cross-carpeting one way or the other.
Yeah.
And that is one of the conditions that they could be removed from office or deemed to have run foul of the law of the Constitution. That I know. For the governor, I really don't know much. But the truth is that generally, not only in politics, don't set bad precedents. What goes round comes around.
back around, yeah.
In 1999, the APP had 9 governors, including Kwara State and Kogi. They were the governors in the APP then were more from the north. As time went on, by 2003, 2 of the governors left, joined PDP. PDP didn't see anything wrong in that.
Okay.
They became 7. Later, 3 more left. The one of Kebbi State and 2 others. And then APP now. Then after that, it was no longer APP. It had become ANPP after the merger of APP and the UNPP in 2002. And so the number of governors that ANPP was having were gradually reduced to 3. Not by defeat at the election on the poll or whatever, but by defection.
Yes.
And so PDP didn't see anything wrong with it. By that, haven't established it, haven't promoted it, haven't tolerated it for over 10 years. It has become a convention.
Okay.
that governors who are not who are dissatisfied with their party can always leave and all that. So for me, I really don't see anything wrong or anything special about it any longer, because the first party that ruled this country thrived on that.
Okay.
That's PDP. That's the way I see it.
Okay, no problem. No wonder you begun by establishing the fact that what goes around actually comes back around. Yes, true. So now, because of time, we're going to be wrapping up the show. But before we go, I'm going to just ask you about your views about the upcoming 2023 elections. You know, with the insecurity in the country, with the agitations, the hunger, you know, all the ills that you could think of. What do you think of the 2023 election? How do you envision it to be?
Well, we are going to face some challenges, but I think those are challenges we can easily overcome.
Okay.
More so as it is becoming obvious to the glory of the Almighty God that President Buhari is healthier and more active now. You can see him moving around and all that. So the situation where people who didn't have his own vision hijacked the system, and he was not in the position, it was as if he was not even aware of what was happening.
Okay.
I don't think that will arise any longer.
Okay.
I'm not saying that he's a perfect being. He has his own weaknesses, like I have, like everybody has. But at least with him actively involved, I think he will be able to check some of the threats. Make sure he checkmates them. Because you will notice that he has been very mindful of how the extent to which what do you call a compensating factor affects election. Like the last those state governorship election. If he wanted it to go otherwise, if we had all the forces to do it, he told them no, go and do it. And in fact, he even destabilized his own party in Edo State during that election, because he gave the impression that they were going to be fully protected, and they brought in all the forces 2 days to the election. The next day, the early morning of the election, he ordered them back. And those who were going to depend on that one, they were left dry and empty, and so on. So I believe that the election may be tough. There will not be much violence. I don't think there will be much violence. More so as most of the other parties are coming together to join others. I can also assure you that even those who are talking, when they now find that where they are going may not even get the presidency, or they may not even get a return ticket where they are, or even if they had it, they may not win election. You see many of them caving into the ruling party. So that is Nigeria, and that's the disadvantage some of us have because of our inborn principles. As a journalist, I have my own objective way of looking at things. Then my own family background doesn't tolerate flirtation. So because that is why you find that since 1998, I have been on that line of APP, ANPP, CPC, and APCT today. So I don't believe nobody will say that I have ever come to PDP to say, let be there. We look at it. When you are going to give out your daughter for marriage, you say, for better, for worse, my daughter, go. Work hard to make the marriage work.
Of course.
Not that if it's but in politics, somebody can just cross in from the other side, overtake you because he'll be able to go that lie and whatever and so on. But you look at it, what is in life? I don't see any justification in all those things.
All right, thank you so much for your contributions on the program today. So we're going to be keeping our fingers crossed and hoping for the best come 2023 election.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you once again, Comrade Rao, for honoring our invitation this morning. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you have heard it all from the horse's mouth. This is as much as we can take on the program today, done on VOS TV. My name is Osasoge Idea. Do well to subscribe to our channel on YouTube at VOS TV News and follow us across social media platforms at VOS TV Ninja on Instagram and Facebook. Until tomorrow, stay safe.